So this is where I stand with this type of thing. There may have been a time where this was a thing before Christ came in the flesh and did his earthly ministry. This was a thing. We see it even as we're reading the first couple of chapters of Mark. A lot of people were demonized. You know what I'm saying? And they probably became that way due to practicing occultic things. The question we have to ask ourselves now, post resurrection, for Jesus, that is what is more powerful, the power of the enemy or the power of God? If we look at Colossians chapter 2, picking up at verse 13, it says, "And you being dead in your transgressions and the uncircumcision of your flesh, he made you alive with him, having graciously forgiven us all our transgressions." Now, I believe you and I will both agree that practicing the occult would be a transgression where you're breaking the law of God when it comes to dealing with magical arts. That's not good, right? Well, now to the person who does that or has engaged in that, now you can be redeemed, right? Now you can trust in Jesus and you can be delivered from all of that stuff. Whatever things you may have done or placed on yourself or tried to place on your family, all that stuff has been made null and void. Let's continue on. Paul says, having canceled out the certificate of debt consisting of decrees against us, which was hostile to us, right? The decrees of death against us, that we should be judged for engaging in magic arts. You feel me? Occultic practices, what the Bible calls pharmakia. He has also taken it out of the way, having nailed it to the cross. So again, what has he taken out of the way? He's taken these transgressions. You know what I'm saying? The uncircumcision of our flesh. He has taken the transgressions out of the way, having nailed those things to the cross. And here's the kicker right here. Having disarmed the rulers and authorities, he made a public display of them, having triumphed over them in him. Now notice these other translations. The King James says, he made a show of them openly, right? The New King James says he made a public spectacle of them. ESV says he put them to open shame. The New International Version, he made a public spectacle of them, triumphing over them. And then notice the New Living Translation, he shamed them publicly. The most important thing about this, though, is he disarmed them. He disarmed these powers, principalities, these authorities, these things that formerly had dominion. They don't anymore, though. So there's no reason to believe that people are still held captive under generational curses or bloodline curses.